Everybody was wondering, why is it that Elon Musk cares so much about H-1B visas? This explains it. He wants to get the people that are playing his accounts into America so he doesn't have IP address conflicts and get his account flagged. Now everything makes sense.
I have a lifetime of playing video games. At one point I was, maybe one of the best Quake players in the world.
You're actually like a world-class, incredible video game player.
Yeah.
Paragon board and the build, you're also an innovator there.
Yeah, I've played a lot of video games.
You think about like StarCraft.
One of the funniest things that I've thought about this is the fact that Diablo 4 was so piss easy and people didn't give a fuck about it at all, that the odds are that Elon probably also had somebody play his Diablo 4 character, but the game is such a joke and it's so easy that people couldn't even tell the difference. Nobody noticed. Here we go.
Any game where
Sorry, it's
a
possible.
lot of people are playing, to rise to the top, you have to be exceptional.
Yeah.
Period. As a human being.
Yeah.
There has to be something exceptional about you.
Yeah.
Are you in the top 20 in the world or the top 20 wow, in Diablo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shooting rockets into space, making e-vehicles, starting a new department of the government. I actually let myself think maybe he actually is an alien, because there's just no way, unless he's paying people to do it for him, which obviously he's not.
Well,
So let's start off with some context.
okay.
Elon Musk's character is...
I think one of the funniest fucking memes now is people were doing this in PoE, is that every time somebody died on the ladder, everybody would be spamming Rip Elon.
currently level 97, aka rank
Wow.
12 on hardcore, that's permanent death mode.
Invoker.
Trade League. Let me try to give you a quick understanding as to how hard it is to get to that level. 2 weeks into the league, when people are playing the game, literally, they're staying up 40 to 50 hours without sleeping, only playing Path of Exile.
This guy, Karn, got the world first Diablo 4 level 100 character in hardcore, and then he disconnected, and ghouls in Act 1 killed his character while he was offline.
They are the most try-hard guys in the world. The highest ranked player on the hardcore trade league was level 93.
Yes.
Okay, and you're thinking about yourself, that's kind of close to 97. Every time you level it up, it becomes exponentially harder to gain experience. A lot harder, and a lot harder. Okay, so these players...
And it's also, it multiplies because the mob level stays the same at a high level. And so the higher level you get, the lower the multiplier is on the experience that you get.
97 had to be playing the game every day for the majority of their day. Currently, what is their highest ranked player? They're level 97, same as Elon Musk. So, I mean, he effectively has been playing, pretty much just doing nothing except playing Path of Exile. So let's just go over some of the things.
You know what would be the funniest fucking thing about this? Is if Elon Musk actually was playing the game the entire day, and he just wasn't running any of the companies. He actually, like, imagine if like the end of this is that he actually wasn't a fake gamer, he was a fake CEO. That's also possible, yes. But he actually was level 97.
So right away, we see Elon zone into his hideout, which is your area you do in-game content from. And he opens up his bank, and he goes to a tab called Elon's Maps, which immediately is a little bit of a red flag, because I don't know why you would refer to yourself in third person, but okay, he does that. Elon Musk didn't play Path of Exile 1. In Path of Exile 2, maps are actually called waystones. And he never actually refers to them as maps. He calls them...
Play another round here. This is a hard level. Waystone.
So it's just kind of weird that he's, again, called his tab Elon's Maps. So almost like...
I'm going to be honest. Quinn has a very good point here. How would he know the preliminary nomenclature of the first game and then use it in the second game? It's like calling runes in Elden Ring Souls if you've never played Dark Souls.
Someone who's a Path of Exile 1 veteran you know, is kind of making that tab and be like, Elon, you know, this.
Which, oh, by the way, I'm completely convinced he didn't play the character. I was convinced before this video. I feel like everybody just knows this, right?
There's a tab there called Elon's Maps. Grab your map out there. I've rolled them all for you. They're nice and easy. He then proceeds to walk up to his map device and go to put a map in. The literal first thing you learn upon getting to the end game is how to operate this map device. You're going to start off at a node, and then from that node, you can go to adjacent connected maps. Now, Elon, he's trying to click.
Oh, he's trying to do the map that's not in the chain.
He's just clicking a map repeatedly, trying to access it. He was not
To be fair, I've done this too. It's like, this isn't necessarily the self-report, but this is a 10-minute video.
I just want you guys to understand, this is one of the highest level hardcore characters in the game. He would have played thousands of maps at this point.
Anyone who's level 97 is, and you know, we're talking one of the most efficient players in the game, period. There is no way you would do that. Why just like sitting there like some sort of geriatric old man clicking this node, expecting something to happen, and then he finally kind of gives up after a while and then realizes his mistake. We then get a look at his inventory. So Elon Musk is stuck going into the map and with full bags. If you're an efficient player, you're going to clear a map, you're going to loot the valuable items, you're going to go in, and you're going to take those items and you're going to basically look through the good ones, keep the good ones, list them up for sale, and then truck away the trash.
Trash!
It's almost like he has no understanding as to like what items are or what you're even supposed to do with them. So now Elon zones into the map.
So what I'm doing here is just boosting my shield before battle via meditation. Meditation before battle is always good.
And he starts killing monsters. He starts obliterating monsters with his character. But what becomes obviously apparent...
Where is it? There's a Chaos Orb!
No loot filter.
That's a Chaos Orb!
He's just running past Chaos Orbs! He just ran past the Chaos Orbs!
So this part of it, I actually don't think is as damning because he was playing on a laptop that he was playing... Like, maybe he had a random PC... Maybe he had, you know, because, like, he was on an airplane. Maybe that's it. But I'm going to be real. I'd have still seen that Chaos Orb.
Chaos Orbs are one of the most important currencies, and they're also really rare. I have about 140 Exalts. I have, like, 9 Chaos Orbs. Just so you guys understand.
Rare. So, in Path of Exile... The devs are these evil guys, and they talk about feeling the weight, and they effectively just drop tons and tons of items. And you have to know what to pick up. So what GGG have done, the people who make the game, they've made this system called loot filters, which gets rid of 90 to 95, even in some cases, like, we're talking 98% of all loot that drops, because otherwise your screen is just cluttered. And you won't even notice when you get a good drop. It's unfathomable.
It's so bad that... people that have Magic Find builds, if they press Alt, which is what usually shows everything outside of a loot filter, it will crash their game.
Someone to be in the top ranks without a loot filter. Yet Elon Musk, the god gamer, he doesn't play with a loot filter. The only thing Elon does pick up are maps, because the default in-game loot filter highlights those. Those things are worthless. The actual items of value that he should be picking up, that he would have had to pick up in order to get the gear, leave it on the ground. Anyone who's been playing the game and is a complete expert, we're talking he's cleared thousands of maps. He's been playing that character for hundreds of hours. He's going to be pretty damn good at, you know, playing the character.
Quinn is completely right.
The boss, he's fighting the boss, and I want to say for about 10 seconds, he sits there and he's out of mana. Mana is a resource in this game where you need it in order to use your abilities. He just sits there, default attacking the boss without...
So here's one thing that's kind of interesting to me about this, and it's like one of the other points that I feel like a lot of people bring up, is that usually like I do this sometimes, right? It's the same thing as like I said that like sometimes I'll click the I'll click like a map that I haven't done before. And like I think everybody here has done this once or twice, right? So it's not really about one of these things happening. It's about everything happening. It's like everything. That's the difference. Am I top 10 hardcore? That's a good point. Trump leveled it for him? You think so?
Activating his mana flask. Anyone who's played the game and understands the character would understand, like, oh, I'm not doing any damage because I'm out of mana. Elon Musk takes 10 seconds. He then goes on to loot items off the ground. He starts dragging them into his bag. Like, I don't even know how to describe to you how painful that is to anyone who actually plays the game. And his bags are full, and he just keeps clicking it over and over and over again. Nobody, not even people who are kind of noobs at the game, do this. I don't even think Elon Musk has done the campaign, honestly. Like, just based on what I'm seeing in terms of the game.
And you know what's so sad about that is that's the best part of the game. I think everybody would have totally respected it. It's the same as like Phil Spencer. So Phil Spencer is a good example of doing this, I would say, kind of like the right way, is that Phil Spencer is a real gamer. So he actually plays video games off stream. He gets into it. It's like a legitimate fucking thing. And so I don't think anybody is like, oh, Phil Spencer is like bad. Like, I don't think you don't need to be the best player in the world in order for people to relate to you to play games. You just need to play the games. And I think it would have been so much more authentic and funny if he had turned this on and he had been dying over and over to the Act 1 last boss, or the Act 2 last boss, or that weird fucking guy on the portal with like the broken sword. It would have been 1,000 times better. You don't need to always be, it's fucking relatable, right? You don't need to be the best at every single game. And I don't think that people even expect you to be. Like, that's what's, I think, so weird about this, right? I relate more to Quinn dying in tier 1 map mobs than Elon's mob. Yeah, exactly, right? And so people roasted Elon's Elden Ring build. See, that's the thing, is Elon had an Elden Ring build, and his build was, well, you know, like people say, like, there's a jack of all trades. Well, this is like a two of clubs of all spades. Okay? And there's only one of them. And you've only got one card in your hand. Actually, you have two cards in your hand. Do you know what the other card is? It's an expired coupon for KFC. That was Elon Musk's Elden Ring build. But I respect it. I do. I respect that shit. Because that's him playing the game. He's figuring it out. That's real. Respect the fact he played the game. Exactly.
Like his settings on the map transparency are turned on by default. His life values are turned on. All these basic settings that anyone in the top 100 would do, he is not doing. Maps can effectively have different content on them, and that content will be signified by icons on the map. So it could be. I think we need an explanation from Elon about what the hell is going on with this. This is outrageous. This is outrageous. I don't care about the diamond mines, and it's like, oh, there was like slave. Nobody cares about that. The H-1B visa, like fucking, you know, compelled work, whatever, right? Like the pictures with like Epstein or like Ghislaine Maxwell. Yeah, sure, right? But like, if you're gonna fucking fake playing a video game, come on. Come on, you really gonna fake like, this? Come on. I don't know how to say her fucking name. There's an expedition in it, a breach in it, or it could be corrupted. Elon starts looking through the atlas, and he finds a map with, I kid you not, 4 things on it.
There are 4 things there. So this one has a real risk of dying.
4 things. What are those things?
Again, I would say, I am the kind of person that I forgive a mistake. I can almost ignore a second mistake. But when you're on mistake 11, sure seems like a lot of mistakes.
4 things. It's 4 things, dude.
So this one
You
has
are
a real risk of
not this
dying.
far in the game and calling it 4 things. Stop, bro. Dude, stop.
Yep.
Oh my god, I literally can't.
Bro, why would he
goes
do
on to
this?
say, I kid you.
This is max difficulty on hardcore. If there's a way to get higher difficulty, I don't know what it is, but this is everything maxed out.
Path of Exile has boss fights and end-game bosses, which are quote-unquote difficult battles, which Elon actually did do in one of his streams.
He did
where
the
just
Arbiter.
Went into the end-game boss.
You
and
see, you
dived
got to be in the circle. Was he in the circle? Let's see if he's in the
repeatedly
circle.
to it.
He's not in the
Map-
circle. He's dead. He should have been in the circle. You can tell that you need to be in the circle because it is the circle.
Are just farming. You go into maps
Yes.
and you farm them for loot and experience. They're not the most difficult battles, and I don't know if he's trying to deceive people watching a stream into
He explained. I mean, okay, so to be fair, like, I watched this part live. He did get fucked here. He got absolutely fucked because the boss channeled the beam at the same time the explosion happened. Like, this was that was bullshit, okay? Everything else, yeah.
thinking that he's
It's
doing
unfair.
some
It's
insanely hard
bullshit.
thing whenever he's literally doing something you do to effectively grind or farm. And
Yeah,
if you thought
maps
this
are
was
easy.
bad, I did not even get to the worst part.
This is our
In
president?
Path of Exile, gear has requirements to equip it. But that has nothing to do necessarily with how good it is. For example, one of the most powerful and best items in the game is a level 1 required to equip staff, which is maybe, I think, even the most meta build.
Oh, so this is the way it works. Okay, yeah, I haven't really... So I guess, okay. So this is why stat stacking is so good.
In the game right now. It's super, super broken, insane damage. And Elon Musk starts going over his gear.
This is a great staff, but it's only a level, 62 staff.
His weapon is, I kid you not, one of the best, if not the best staffs on the entire
Staves.
hardcore trade league. You cannot
Yeah,
even...
you've got attack speed and also 177% increased physical with added physical. That's crazy. Crazy staff. That's a really long staff.
buy it. Insane weapon.
These affixes are, I'd hate to say perfect, but they might be perfect.
They're basically
just the PVPS criteria on trade. We can see there's literally one staff in existence on the entire market. Not only does Elon have a
and it's worse. It's worse because 20% reduced attribute requirements is garbage.
staff that you can't even buy, but it's so good that second best one, which is missing 2 of what makes
By a big margin.
a staff
Yes.
so powerful for an invoker, which is the
Yes.
crit and crit bonus, is still 20 divines.
Base
and,
crit.
That's obviously very expensive.
Here I am, level 95, but my staff is only level 62. my helmet is level 56.
Int, lightning, and chaos resist. Okay.
That's a
Only
really
56.
good one.
Amulet level 61.
And look at
Ring
that
is only
energy
level-
shield. Bro, I need, whoever, if he sees this, can you DM me who you had play? I need to get them to play my account. I need to get caught up. Yeah, we got to figure this out. What if it's Ben? You think it's Ben? Look at that dude. That energy shield is disgusting. Oh my god.
Amulet level 61. Ring is only level 48, 49. At least a level 75 jacket.
It's a jacket with 6 things. Yeah, tell us how bad the item that only drops from the highest difficulty of the hardest boss. Just tell us that it's only level 52. Did you find this at level 52? That's impressive.
Level 52 here.
2 charm slots. Well, I've never even seen
They
that.
can only ever be level 52. Bro, Elon Musk is a fucking fraud, bro.
Pretty low level compared to my character level, but it seems to work pretty well. In softcore, you can get much better equipment.
In order for him to have insane gear, he has to understand how the economy works. He has to be basically trading.
Yes.
Anyone who's played Path of Exile to the end game in a trade league knows that you have to trade in order to obtain what looks like some of the best gear pieces in the entire game. If we look at some of these player accounts, we can see what they have for trade. You know, 700 plus items for sale, multiple divine items. You can see.
Oh, you can do that?
Listed items. This is also someone from the top 10, ranked number 4. Focus here, worth 50 divines alone. This is the number 1 guy. You can see he's hundreds of divines, again, worth of items.
Yeah, they're selling that chess piece. That's a good one.
Multiple mirrors, all these players. If we go to...
Damn, +2 of all spells? Jesus, look at this. 74% increased cold? Damn, bro, look at this. Look at that second one. Look at that shield. Oh my god.
Elon's account. He's got only 21 items for sale, and they're all absolute garbage. It's clear he's really not making much money, or any money at all. So something I did notice last week, I did the same search because I was curious what he might have been selling, and I grabbed the screenshot which I shared to my Discord, and it's this really crappy crossbow for 18 divines. So why is it listed for 18 divines, and where did it go? Is it possible he vendored it? Yes. Why was it listed for 18 divines? I don't really know. I don't want to fuel any conspiracy theories, but
it's probably, and again, like, I've accidentally listed things. I have. I've accidentally listed sure.
I have been made aware that RMT typically they use.
I don't think he's RMTing. Actually, that's not true. I think that he could be RMTing, but like if you RMT, that still doesn't get you to level 97. Like there has to be hundreds of hours that go in to being level 97. Oh, RMT is real money transaction. So if now maybe the person playing the account is RMTing. And also, here's another reason why I don't think he's RMTing. Because RMTing would require that you understand all of the items that you're buying. And also, it would mean that you would expose yourself if somebody sold it to you. So what probably happened is that there was a second account that he was RMTing with, or the person buying it was RMTing with, that then traded the resources to the main account. That's probably what would have happened. Correct, he wouldn't understand. Exactly, yes.
Legitimate listings that are far overpriced, and that is how they...
You're overthinking this. The person playing the account bought it. That's literally exactly what I said. But I'm saying that they are RMTing on a separate account. The account that is being shown is not the account that is RMTing. There is a mule account, probably, that is being RMT'd, that is then being transitioned over.
The transaction is legitimate, so
they're funneling. Yes.
If he were to buy 18 divines for $100 US or whatever, he could have done so through this listing.
And if you needed any more proof
that
Elon is 100% boosted, he was playing the game today inside of maps, blasting, while simultaneously on a X space talking to like some far right wing part of some German government.
I could easily assume that happening. That's the part. Yeah, because I do, like, I've been in really important calls while I was playing video games too, but
I don't know, some political bullshit. Okay, I guess he's just that much of a god gamer.
And it died at level 7. Rip Elon. Back to the beach, bozo. What the fuck, Elon? Get fucked, Elon slave. That's Elon, LMAO. Rip Elon. Wow. So, the question, did Elon Musk play this account to level 97? The answer is very simple. No. Unequivocally, without a doubt, if Elon Musk can prove that he played this account to 97, I will stream on X starting the day that he proves it for an entire year straight, every single stream that I do. I will. A multi-stream, also stream on Twitch too, right? Of course. Rip Twitch? No, not rip Twitch. I would just multi-stream, same as I'd multi-stream on anywhere else. But yeah, of course. Fucking epic, yes. And so... About to stream it. I played for 300 hours. I'm level 94. Yeah, I'm more... Is Steam numbers probably just fake as gaming? I have no idea. I think that... I don't know why Elon Musk did this. Well, I do know why. It's an ego thing, right? But I don't think that it's the right decision to make, and I think it was stupid for him to have done this. The fact is that people respect authenticity more than they respect success. I don't think there's anybody that really gives a shit that much about, like, being really good at video games. Like, for example, I feel like Tim Walls is a good example of this. Tim Walls being a big fan of Crazy Taxi was really endearing to a lot of people, and being a big fan of Dreamcast and all of that. I think a lot of people thought that was really cool. So you don't need to pretend to be this, like, you know, elite top #1 gamer in order to have people that like video games respect you. You don't. And also, I've even noticed that if you are really good at games, people will find reasons to downplay it as well. He didn't need to justify, yeah. And so, but people shit on Vance for liking Magic the Gathering. I don't know. I didn't see that, right? I have no idea. Is this worse than the Blindfold Girl? Is this worse than... Let me think. I mean, like, it's really hard to say that it's not because of how popular he is. But in terms of the actions themselves, I feel like the Blindfold was kind of worse. But because it's Elon Musk, it has to be kind of worse because he's like fucking, you know, the richest guy in the world. So that's the difference, right? Yeah, it's way worse. Yeah, I would say it's fucking worse. And so anyway, what's really funny about this with Quinn is that this, like, I remember watching Elon playing, and I was kind of sus about this too. I was like, yeah, I'm not really going to think about this or be like super like, oh yeah, this is what's happening or not. But like, whenever I saw him fighting Abattoir, no, Abattoir is fucking, that is Diablo. Fighting the Arbiter of Ash, and then he stood in front of the beam and died. I was like, that's interesting. You know, maybe it's Starlink lag, but like, it doesn't seem like that a whole lot. But yeah, Elon's a psycho. So many stories like this. Well, I think that we deserve, if he wants an apology, we deserve, if you really played the game, play through the campaign again. Play through the campaign again, explain the systems in the game, and do it live. And you've got to have a face cam. You got to do it. You did it before. You did it before with Diablo. Diablo's not, it's not so hard, right? But that, yeah, stream it. Yep, you got to stream the whole thing. Yep, not on X. Yeah, and tell me ahead of time so I can react to it. You should start it all over and play like a normal dude. Nobody will care if he plays bad. Exactly, yeah. I don't think, like, I feel like it's a universal negative for him to do this, and it just makes him look like a insecure asshole by doing it, and it makes him look worse entirely. And I think that also, like, him misjudging the complexity of the game and thinking that he could get away with it and, like, have people not notice indicates just a level of bad decision-making. You know, I'm a huge fan of Elon Musk. I really like Elon Musk a lot, but this is embarrassing and very silly. It is, and it makes him look bad, and it's for absolutely no reason. It's of no consequence, and it achieves no goal. That's what I think. It's a sad day for gamers. It is a truly sad day for gamers. I would think these habits carry over to every other thing he does in his companies. I don't know. Like, guys, I don't fucking know. Like, I'm just, like, I'm saying that he didn't play this fucking, hey, guys, he played Elden Ring. Maybe that's, yeah, he played Elden Ring. Sad day for Elon. Gamers won. Well, I don't know. Like, I thought it was really cool that Elon Musk was like a serious player of Diablo and everything. I thought I did. I thought it was awesome. And I bet he probably did play PoE 2 on day one. I do. I bet he probably played it. He probably played it a little bit and then he stopped. If he came back and he said, guys, I'm still in Act 1 after 3 months because I've been working, I would be like, yeah. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, probably. I get it, right? Makes sense. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I saw. And I'd respect that more. Everybody would have. Everybody would have. Look at Phil Spencer. Look at Tim Walls, etc. So, yeah, that's what my opinion is of it. That's how I feel. The only reason people care is because they already dislike him. No one in either direction cares about this for any legitimate reason. I don't think that this is a reason that Elon Musk is a terrible person, but I think it's cringe. Like, is it okay to have both opinions? To think that, yes, obviously, cheating in a video game is not a big deal, but it's also cringe. It doesn't make him a terrible person, but it's definitely cringe. Yes, exactly. Yes, definitely. 100%. And look at Yoshi P playing back Black Mage. Exactly. Yes, like Yoshi P is another... Well, I mean, not really, because he's like the director of the fucking game. So, of course, he's going to play. I don't know. I'd have to think about other people that have, you know, are like really, like, kind of noteworthy gamers. It's Stolen Valor. Absolutely it is. It's not even close. Henry Cavill. Yes, like, Henry Cavill is a great example. So, Henry Cavill made a post about Space Marine 2. Which, by the way, if Elon Musk wants to rebuild his rep with gamers, play Space Marine 2. It's a great game. That being said, Henry Cavill said, he says, yeah, so like the Angel of Death difficulty, which is like the hardest one, he's like, yeah, so that shit was really hard, and I turned it down. And everybody was like, I remember, because I covered this on my stream, and everybody was like, yeah, bro, like, same, that shit was ridiculous. Yeah, everybody's like, yeah, of course, right? Yeah, Henry Cavill was rating out the Superman role. Yeah, I remember watching that interview. I remember seeing it too. And so, yeah, and that's fine. So people totally respect it. I actually beat it on Angel of Death. Yeah, but I have a feeling that Henry Cavill might have a little bit more obligations than you do. Like, you know, he does have a job, I've heard. And he's also, like, he's got, like, a wife and kid, too. Like, I mean, just straight up, like, yeah, he's a fucking busy guy. And so that's it.